Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lowe's third quarter earnings results online presentation hosted by KGI. I'm Angela, KGI's tech hardware analyst. Today, we are honored to have invited Lowe's top management, Mr. Ray Tsai, Vice President of Sales, and Mr. Sam Liu, Finance Manager, to join us. As the time is valuable, let's first ask Ray to provide us the third quarter financial report explanation and updates on business development outlook. Okay, please, Ray.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Angela, and welcome everyone to join this call. Before I start, please let me briefly introduce Lowe's to you first. Then I will talk about the numbers in Q3 and the forecast, the outlook in Q4 and the 2026 estimation. As many of you may know, Lowe's specialize in design and manufacture the interconnection solution for server, PC, automotive, industrial, and medical. We highly integrate all the process in-house, and with this unique ability, that not only enhance our flexibility to support our customer, but also enable us to deliver the cutting-edge solution to make sure we stay ahead of the market demand. And the Q3 results, you can see the Q3 in the third quarter revenue grow 0.36% quarter over quarter, 4% year over year, and accumulated growth of 12.2% till end of Q3. And the OP expense a little bit higher from 1.652 billion to 1.788 billion. That's mainly due to the RD expense and employee bonus allocation. And as you can see, the EPS in Q3 20.73, and the gross margin was 51.21%. And in Q3, the contribution from different segments, as you can see right here, server take around 40.3%, laptop 11.03%, desktop 24.64%, strategic customer 9.83%, automotive 8.09%, and industrial medical 2.44%, linters 3.63%. And looking forward, the Q4, as you can see, this is our customers' production volume. For server, Q4, the volume will be 1.36%, very similar to the Q3. And the laptop, around 10 million per month, same as Q3. But as you can see right here, desktop dropped a little bit from 5.8 million per month in Q3, dropped to 5.3 million in Q4. But since we still have some pull-in demand, maybe, for Chinese New Year pull-in demand in this quarter. So I still expect that Q4 should have around low single-digit growth, very low single-digit growth in Q4. And the roadmap in the coming years, as you can see, we are going to have the Venus in the market, and in first half next year, and in the second half we will have Intel Oxstream in the market, and both AMD Venus and the Intel Oxstream, they all support the PCI Gen 6. So I would say the growth driver for next year will be first the Birdstream. in 2026, I estimate that the penetration rate will reach to around 10 to 15%, and with higher penetration rate of with higher penetration rate of Venus and Octane, we will have more PCI Gen 6 in the market, and with all these new generation, we will have more high-speed cable and connected contribution. And I also expect that starting from Q2, we will have some shipment for the SOCAN, and we will have some revenue from the QD and some other product that's from with the NVIDIA. And for desktop and laptop, the contribution will be more from the higher penetration rate of DDR5 and PCI Gen 5. The DDR5 penetration rate right now is around 50%, and I expect that next year will over 70%. And PCI Gen 5 in desktop right now is around 20 to 30%. Next year, I expect that it will reach to 40 to 50%. And for laptop, very similar situation to the desktop. We will have more SODDR5 and M.2 Gen 5 in the market next year. SODDR5 penetration rate right now is around 50 to 60%. And next year, I expect that it will reach over 70%. And M.2 Gen 5 right now is around 10. I expect that the penetration rate next year will be around maybe 20 to 30%. So that's the main growth driver next year. But I have to say that most of the contribution will happen, especially for server, will happen in second. Well, the contribution will more in the second half. So the estimation growth, I expect that the growth next year will be around 10%. It's not very high because the first half, I don't expect that the new generation will ramp up so fast. So most of the ramp up will be in the second half. So that's why I expect that most of the growth will happen in the second half next year. And for the strategic customer, next year, I think the growth will be around single-digit growth. Automotive will still will be the highest growth next year, same as this year. And industrial will be in average to our the growth of the industrial and medical will be around our corporate average. Lintus, I think they will at least I think they will maintain the level in this year, and our target, I mean, our gross margin target will be around 51%. That's because next year I expect that we will have more cable and more QD, and the margin of the QD and cable will be lower. So that's why I will be more conservative on our gross margin target next year. And yeah, this is all the update I have for you. If you have any question, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the QA in the text box, so I can answer your question. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ray. As Ray mentions, today our meeting, the questions can be raised online or through the chat room. Please raise your hand before asking questions verbally. I will mute you before you speak. Also, you can have your written questions on the chat box, and management will offer the answers later. Okay, and before we are waiting for the questions, here are three questions from my side first. Hi, uh, in the short-term picture, Ray, can you have the guidance for, I mean, the fourth quarter's sales trend for each segment? As we know that you say a low single digit Q-on-Q growth for fourth quarter sales, and how about each segment? Is the servers remaining the main growth driver? And how about the gross margin trend for fourth quarter? That's my first question. Thank you.
Okay. For the server, yes, it will be the growth. That will be our main growth driver in Q4. Because we should have a better product mix in Q4. But I have to say that since the major the mainstream platform right now, the penetration rate of the mainstream platform right now is over 70%. So even the penetration rate getting higher, but I don't expect that the contribution will be, will dramatically grow. So that's why I think we can only have low single digit growth in Q4. So that's for server. Same as the laptop and desktop. As you can see, laptop keep flat and desktop it dropped a little bit. And maybe in maybe in December we are able to see some pull-in demand from Chinese New Year. So I would say I expect that both the laptop and desktop will remain flat in Q4. Yeah. And for the margin, I will expect maybe just the same as Q3.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And the second question is for long-term view. I think your sales guidance is around 10% next year. And also, can you let us know that the main driver of servers, the penetration of the new CPU platform. What I mean is that currently the Eagle Stream, what you mentioned, over 70% of the penetration. And how about the Bird Stream and Oak Stream next year? What is the penetration target by end of next year? That's my second question.
Okay. For Intel, right now the penetration rate of the Eagle Stream already reached over 70%. And next year, I think it will reach to maybe around 80%, and the Bird Stream will take around 10 to 15%. I'm not so sure about the Oak Stream. Maybe Oak Stream will take around 5 to 10% by the end of next year. So that will be the penetration rate of the Oak Stream next year. And for the Venus, because AMD recently raised up their forecast in Venus, so I saw by the end of next year, the Venus will take around 25 to 30%. I mean, the penetration rate will reach to 25 to 30%. So that's the main contribution for us next year. And with higher penetration rate of the Venus, we will see more PCI Gen 6 in the market. The PCI Gen 6 will grow along with the CPU, along with the CPU.
Okay, now I understood. Are you saying that the Birch currently is around 10 something and only 10 to 15% by next year?
Yes, because I haven't seen any many customer, to have Bird Stream model, to to design more version model or project. So that's why I estimate that maybe around 10 to 15%.
Oh, okay. So main growth driver from Intel CPU next year, it seems not that exciting because Oakstream should be in the second half and the penetration only 5 to 10%, but the Birch will grow moderately.
I have to say that that's because I haven't seen the full picture of the Intel Oakstream. Maybe in Q1 next year or Q2 next year, we will see the Oakstream speed up. But at this moment, I haven't seen the full picture of the Oakstream. So that's why I will give more conservative estimation on the Intel roadmap.
Okay, and one more question is about your number that you offered for the penetration is by year end numbers, not the average number for the whole year, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
by the year end. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and third question from my side is that how about the desktop CPU penetration? I mean, like the desktop V2 or SP7 next year, how about the penetration trend? And what can we expect for, sorry, what can we expect for the server? I mean, how can that we expect for the ASP uptrend? I mean, growth. Thank you.
Yeah, as you may know, right now we have more V1 in the market. We start to have more V1 in the market, and compared to the V0, yes, the ASP will be is higher than compared to the V0, but it's around 5 to 10% higher. But the penetration rate of the V0 and V1 right now is around, I think, very close to 80% right now. And we are going to have the V2 in market by the end of by Q4 next year. So since I haven't seen the numbers of V2 next year, so I expect that the V2 will have only around 10 to 15% penetration by the end of next year. So the mainstream will still the Intel mainstream will still the V0 and V1. But for AMD, we are going to see more AM5 in the market, because right now, compared to the AM4 to AM5, kind of 4 to 6 to 3 to 7, around that. So we are able to see more AM5 in the market. So that's a growth driver next year for and of course we are going to see higher penetration rate of DDR5 and PCI Gen 5. So that's all the growth driver for desktop next year. But I have to say that some of our customers, they lower their forecast next year. So I would say desktop will have maybe high single-digit growth, or maybe around 10% growth next year. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's see if we have any questions from the line.
Casey asked about the QD. Let me give you some. For QD right now, we have 2 UQD and 2 MQD already got the MP ready approval, and right now we already get into some project, and we trying to get in more project. So the contribution, we will have more contribution next year. This year, in total, we ship around 10,000 pieces QD. That's mainly for samples and small volume mass production. And next year, we expect that we will have more contribution from QD, but most of the demand will happen in, I think, will happen in after next Q2. So yeah, so that's the status right now.
Okay, thank you. The follow-up questions, can you also provide us that you say the new products, including QD, SoCan, this kind of AI-related products, what will be the sales contribution for next year?
How about I answer your question this way? The NV-related product contribution this year is around 2%. And next year, I expect that it will, we will have higher contribution from NV-related product. I hope that it will be around 5 or even higher to around 8%. That's my target. I hope that it will be higher, but I think that's my target at this moment. Yeah. And the product that we have with the NVIDIA right now is some for the GPU card. We supply some power connector and cable to the GPU card, and we supply some high-speed cable and some other products. Yeah. Is that okay?
So the 5 to 8% of the sales contribution also include the products that you are showing now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So actually, I have a theory about the general server strong demand. As just like I mentioned, we supply the cable and connector to the GPU card, and this GPU card is using in the AI server like this one. If you just look at the CPU board, is the general server, but once it's slot in the GPU card, it will become an AI server. And we saw a strong demand for the GPU card, and also we know that some of our enterprise customers, they build up this kind of AI server, and who buy this kind of AI server? Actually, some enterprise, some company like us, we will buy this kind of AI server because our data are not able to put on the cloud. So we can only buy this kind of AI server to run some model internally to improve our efficiency, to improve our yield rate. So that's what we are doing right now. So my theory is that some of the general server demand actually is for AI, something like the enterprise AI. And
Okay, thank you. So,
the total royalty fee impact this year, how much will the royalty fee impact in 2026? I think the royalty fee impact this year is around 240 million NT dollars. And that's in this year. And next year, I would say we're back to normal. Yeah. Okay. Before the next question, let me update Vietnam. Right now, Vietnam contribute around 7%, and I expect next year will have around 10 to around 15%. That's my target. Right now we try to speed up the capacity expansion in in Vietnam. So we will see more contribution from Vietnam next year. Oh, by the way, we are going to build up a new dormitory in Vietnam, and we will have some capacity in Vietnam next year, not just in the dormitory, but also some equipments. Yeah, new for the new capacity. Max asks about will SO can be adopted in Rubin and will Lowe's get the socket business? As I know, as I heard, the SO can will be used. We will start it. Will be used for media. Maybe VR 200. So, but I have to say that we haven't seen the forecast yet. So I just heard that. So we haven't seen the forecast yet. And for the GPU socket or LGA connector, we are still working on it. I think you are at the socket you mentioned, it should be the GPU socket. So we are still working on it, and I have no timeline for that. So that's the current situation. We are still working on it. Yeah. Is that okay? Any other question?
Okay, and Ray, here is another question regarding to the server. How do you think about the general server growth rate for next year?
I know that some analysts that say that it will have around 6 to maybe 8% growth, but I have to say I haven't seen that. So I will expect the server demand will, at least remain in the same level as this year.
Oh, sorry. Are you saying that you haven't seen this? Are you saying that the similar level of next year growth rate for this this year?
I mean, I haven't seen the forecast from our customers.
Okay.
So I will expect it will remain in the same level as this year.
And how about this year's growth rate?
I think this year around 30%.
Oh, you're saying your sales?
Yeah,
server
our sales around 30%. Okay. Next year, compared to last year, will be maybe 10 or maybe 10%.
Okay. So you say that the server revenue next year, your side probably still grow similar level of 30%, the level, right?
If you are talking about the server only, I mean, next our revenue growth in server next year, I would say maybe around 15 to maybe around close to 20%. Yeah, maybe around 20%.
Okay. Let me clarify. The 20% of the growth rate is the server revenue target growth for next year.
Yeah.
Versus
in
this
everything.
year. Okay.
Yeah. This year is 50%. Yeah.
15%.
This year 30%, but next year will be 20%. Because most of the growth driver will happen in second half next year. So the first half, the growth will be lower. So that's why I expect that will be 20%.
I see. Okay. So most of the server revenues remaining from the general server, and based on the general server shipments growth of the high single-digit growth next year. Is that the assumption, right?
Sorry, Angela, could you repeat your question?
I just want to clarify with you that you say that 20% of the server revenue growth for next year is based on the general server shipments growth of high single digit, like 6 to 8%. This kind of situation.
No, my estimation will be around the level as this year. Because I haven't seen the forecast, so I will expect the volume growth will be. I would say the volume next year will be very similar to this year.
So the volume growth this year is.
I think around 10 to 15% this year. Next year, I will expect maybe 0 to 5%. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And Shen, L is asking about the expected amount of royalty in 3Q25 and 4Q25. Each of them will be 80 million NT dollars. The royalty, the amount of the royalty will be around 80 million NT dollars. Okay. And Shen is asking about, can I check with you on Intel CPU platform? How you mentioned earlier implied that end customers would bypass purchasing from now to 2026 and Shen, no, I'm not saying that the customer will bypass. I'm just saying that I haven't seen a lot of version model or version project in the market right now. So in the market, we'll still have the version, but I think the penetration will be lower because I haven't seen many projects using the version. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. And the Kevin is asking about the assumption for the shipment of regular server flat over. Yes, I would say my assumption for the shipment for regular server next year will be maybe around flat to very low single digit growth year on year. I know a lot of analysts saying that the general server will grow a lot, but I have to say I haven't seen the forecast yet. So yeah. Shen is asking about normally after new platform launch, the 2 cores which will increase 10 to 15. Yes. Normally, after new generation come in, within 2 quarters, it will should be reach over 20%. But it seems like that virtually are not the case. Yeah. Okay. And Sharon is asking about now it have been more than 1 year. Sharon, I'm not able to answer your question. Yeah, I think I can only answer you what I saw right now. So I'm not able to answer your question why the version penetration rate is so low right now. Yeah. And Timson asking about, can we talk a little bit on our ASIC opportunity? For the ASIC, I'm sorry that I'm not able to talk about it at this moment. I hope that I can give you some good news by early next year, but at this moment, I'm not able to talk about it. Yeah, sorry. Is there any other question? Sean is asking about, can you give us some LT business development? Oh, you mean long-term business development? Those has been working on CPU socket in migration for a long time. As we're going to see new growth driver from cable and connector, can we talk a little bit about the rising labor cost, RD cost in the near term? What is the main purpose to raise the RD headcount? Okay. Thank you for the question. Yes, we hired more talent recently. That's because, sorry, most of our engineer major in mechanical, not in electrical. So with more with higher data with higher demand for the higher data rate product, we need to hire more electrical talent. So that's why we try to recruit. We try to increase our headcount recently, and because we more focus on the high speed product in the future, and that's also the trend, as you can see right here. Right now we are in the PCI Gen 5. Next year we are going to see the PCI Gen 6. I think in 2027 we are able to see the PCI Gen 7. And as many of you may know, NVIDIA right now, their NVLink data rate is 224G. So the data rate with higher, with more high-speed product in the market, we need to hire more, electrical guys. So to help us to improve, to develop our high-speed product. So that's why we hire a lot of talent, electrical talent recently. Yeah. So that's a great part. And L is asking me, is there an initial view of the NVQD usage in the Rubin among in computer and switch tray? I think for the VR, the Vera Rubin, they use around 20 sec QD. And for switch tray, I'm not so sure. I'm sorry. But for computer, around 20. Right. Sorry, 10 to 12 sec, sorry. For computer, around 10 to 12 track QD. Switch tray, I'm not so sure, sorry. Oh, for the long term, okay, sorry. For the long term, our business, server, I would say right now most of our growth driver is from the socket. But for the long term, I would say high speed product will be the major growth driver for the long term, because data rate is getting higher and higher. So that will be our focus. And in the middle term, we are able to see the DDR. Right now is DDR5, and I think by 2026 we are able to see the DDR6 in the market, and we are able to see more high-speed connector cable, and so that I would say that will be our 3 to 5 year main target product. Yeah. And for the laptop, I think right now there is some design change ongoing. Yeah, with some non-soldering product. Some of the customers are trying to use non-soldering product. They don't want to solder the connector. So we have something like the CAM2 connector. That's by compression, not the soldering. So we see more and more product like this. And of course, laptop will changing from the PCI Gen 4 to PCI Gen 5. That will help us to deliver some high-speed connector and maybe some high-speed internal cable in for the laptop. We are working on it, but it's happening right now, so it's not final yet. That might be a new trend for the laptop. And for desktop, I would say it's a mature market. I would say it will continue to shrink. And I think I think the total demand of the desktop I hope that it will stop around 5 million unit per month in the coming future. For strategic customer, right now we have little exposure to the phone, so I can only expect that our business with them will have around single-digit growth in the coming years, maybe around mid-single to high single. Automotive, I would say, it grow really fast, and I expect that the automotive business growth will continue like this. Well, the growth will continue like this in the coming 3 to 5 years. Industrial medical, we still need time. Lintus, I think they try to, switch the gears. So yeah, that's wait and see. That's what happened right now. Chiho asking about with rising memory price, do you worry about a PCNB will see negative order revision in 2026? Okay. I think for the desktop, I already got some, the forecast. The forecast from our customer are not so good next year. So I'm not sure it's been impacted by the memory price, but the total demand next year, some of the customers gave us the forecast next year is lower than this year. And laptop, I would say laptop is quite flat this year, and should be next year. I didn't see any growth driver. I will expect that it will keep flat next year. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's all the question. Is there any other question? L is asking about for the power connector and high-speed cable used in GPU power server, what's the content value? Okay. First, okay, the power connector and cable. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, the power connector and cable, I would say we have both high end and low end. The picture you saw is low end. Including the cable and connector will be around $6 to $8. For the high end will be around $10. Yeah. So that's the power connector and cable for the GPU card. But for the high-speed cable, I would say that's not for. Okay, I'm not so sure about the model, but the cables is around $20 to $30. Any guidance of 4Q 25 gross margin? The gross 4Q gross margin will be, I would say, maybe around the level in Q3, because yes, we have better product mix, but the copper, the material price is still rising, so I will expect maintenance the same level of Q3. Yeah. Any other question? If there's no question, how about we wrap up? Okay, sorry. Yeah, we have one more question. Oh, what's the CapEx in 2025 and 2026? The CapEx in 2025 is around 3 billion NT. Yeah, 3 billion NT dollars. And the CapEx next year will be 2.5 to 3 billion NT dollars, around that. Anthony is asking, can you give us update on PCIe cable in AI servers? Yeah, oh, okay. I can only tell you that we supply some MCL cable that's in very small quantity, now very high demand. We try to expand, we try to get more demand from our customer, but right now the demand is quite low, and that's for the MCL cable. Yeah, that's all I can say at this moment. And L is asking about a follow-up on server. Seems that you expect server shipment to be flattish to small growth, while revenue rate rates wish to be up 20%. Is it mainly driven by ASP expansion, especially from the AMD side? Actually not AMD side, but also yeah, you are right, from AMD side, because AMD have Venus in the first half, and AMD Venus will support the PCI Gen 6. Yeah, we expect that we will have more contribution from AMD Venus platform. Yes, and as well, we will see some contribution from SOCAN and QD. I also include some contribution from QD and SOCAN. And Lauren is asking about, can you provide Q4 25 and 2026 OPEX guidance? The Q4 CapEx, OPEX will be around, wait a minute. As you can see, our Q4 OPEX will be higher than Q3. I mean, that's kind of because we have some we will our top management may increase some bonus in Q4. So I hope that we will have some, the top manager will increase some bonus in Q4. So I expect that maybe the OPEX in Q4 will be around 1.8 billion dollars in Q4. Yeah. If you're talking about the 2026 OPEX, I will expect the OPEX because deduct the royalty impact this year, the OPEX will be ranging from 1.7 billion NT dollars to 1.75 billion NT dollars next year. Okay, that's CAPEX. That's OPEX. Yeah, I think Yvonne got the same question for the OPEX. Albert is asking about the low supply to storage server as well. What's the visibility of server business right now? We supply some product to the storage server, but our exposure to the storage server is quite low at this moment. We try to develop some product for storage server. That's one of our target next year. Yes. And what's the visibility of a server business now? I think you are asking about the forecast that we have. I think the forecast we have around 3 months. Yeah, that's it. So that's all we have at this moment. Yvonne is asking about the ASP growth of the Venus CPU socket vs Turing. I'm sorry that I'm not able to give you a very specific number, but I can only answer you that the ASP growth compared the SP7 to SP5 will have at least 15% more, 15% more. Of course, it's highly related to the pin count increase. Yeah. Any other question? One more. Okay. If AI functions are shifted from training to inference area, what if in this case, do you think that it will benefit general server revenues? Okay. Yes, I believe so. Because as I just mentioned, some of the general server demand actually is from AI, especially for the enterprise AI, something like this. Some enterprise AI like this. So yes, my answer to your question is yes, it will. Yeah, we will. I believe that we will have more and more demand like this because because internally we have higher demand for the AI implementation in our company. So I believe so we will see more this kind of AI demand in the future. Okay. So if there is no other question, what about that wrap up right now?
Okay. So I think time is almost 1 hour. So thank you again to Ray for today's detailed explanation. So let's conclude for this earnings call today. Wishing everyone success in your investments.
Thank you, and
Okay,
wish
goodbye.
all the
Thank
best
you.
to you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
One more question?
Shen, I think you can call me. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.